He looked like he belonged in the National Football League. That's pretty much it. I think you obviously you heard the cheers. Yay! This is our guy. This is what we like. This is our quarterback of the future, not the quarterback of today. And I know a lot of people are pushing for Mac Jones to be the starter, but look, in the end, it's Cam Newton's opportunity to lead this team back into the playoffs and win the division, and Mac Jones is waiting in the wing to take over in the future. When you go 13 or 19, 87 yards on 5 series against the Washington football team, second and third team guys, okay, I get it. But Cam Newton did look positive. Things look good for him. I like some of the things that he was able to do. And you can't judge either quarterback based on last night's performance, period. It's Cam Newton's job to lose. Bill Belichick basically has already said that.
Well, that's an underrated part of this story, right? I mean, we're all watching to see Mac Jones and his development, but Cam Newton has to show them something after last year, too. So when you watched him, what did you think?
I thought he did a terrific job. I think when you look at a couple of throws, the one across the middle to Jacoby Myers, he stepped into that throw. Then the shallow cross underneath there to the tight end. He found the read, did that. I mean, he put 3 points on the board. He did his job.
Sure.
I mean, it's not a big thing when you look at it. He can't worry about the backside left tackle getting beat on the Chase Young. That wasn't for him to slide the protection left to help him. That guy has to do his job. If Mac Jones was in there in that situation, he'd have got sacked too.
Right.
And I think Bill Belichick goes back today, they watch the film, they correct the mistakes, they take the practice field again tomorrow, whenever that is, and then they clean up those things in the next preseason game. They expand on whatever it was last night that they saw, they did like, or they didn't like.
Yeah, Chase Young is not the kind of guy anybody's wondering how good he's going to be. I think we have a sense of that. Patriots are going to play the Eagles next. They're going to practice against them next week. So they were on last night. Jalen Hurts. Now, he comes in as the number one. So, I mean, what did you think about how he looked?
I thought he looked well. I think the same thing for the other two quarterbacks, the same thing for Jalen Hurts. He delivered the football when at times he had the opportunity, a couple drops for him. But one of the most impressive things about him as a young quarterback is he has a good feel for the game. He understands when he's under pressure, he knows how to use his legs to get out of the way. I wish he would have hit the deep throw when they were backed up in the end zone, got away from him a little bit. As a receiver, I kind of blame the quarterback as well as the receiver because the receiver didn't necessarily give him enough room to put it in the bucket. He's being pushed too far to the sideline. So therefore, when that happens to you, it makes the quarterback have to throw the ball a certain way. But overall, it's Jalen Hurts' job to lose, which he won't lose it to Joe Flacco, even though Joe Flacco looked decent at times throwing the ball, but he's a statue that can't get out of his own way right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is Jalen Hurts' team, unless you report in the next several weeks that Deshaun Watson is being traded. Other than that, it's his team.
But that's the thing, right? So let's say he's not. Let's say they go with Hurts all year. Do you think that Hurts, and recognizing it's too soon to know, you think he's the long-term answer for someone at quarterback in the NFL?
Yes, because he has the same sort of tool set that a lot of these quarterbacks have now that can get out of harm's way. And I think that's what the NFL is all about. The big, tall, statue, Tom Brady type, there's going to always be room for one or two of those. But for the most part, every quarterback that is having success in the National Football League right now can all move around. And he's one of those guys that can move around.
So let's bring...
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.